Core's balls have finally dropped. We're going to be talking about how Doug's balls taste. Well, I've never had fruity cereal balls before, but if there's anyone's balls that I want to have, it's definitely Doug Miller's. So I had to get all the jokes out of the way. Today we're going to be talking about Core balls from Core Nutritionals and how these functional foods can fit into your regimen. Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm really not a functional food person. I eat bars if I'm at expos or if I'm on the road and in a pinch, I'm going to miss a meal. It's an easy way for me to get some food in that I know will be at least better quality than some crap at an airport. I do prefer whole foods. I work from home, so I have the opportunity to cook most of my meals. But when I do find functional foods that fit into my lifestyle well, that's pretty noteworthy because I just don't prefer these sources of nutrition. In June of this year, I had the opportunity down at the Nutrition Store LLC to try out fruity cereal core balls among some other core ball flavors. Doug was gracious enough to bring them out ahead of time. No one else in the industry had them, so for us sirs, it was a lot of fun to get to try them out, give our feedback on Doug's balls. Sorry, I said it again. It was pretty cool and pretty eye-opening because I'm just not a fan of the texture of a lot of protein bars, and these are just a step above. In the past, I've actually made some bars of my own with my own ingredients and really enjoyed the texture. I think for the most part, it's the mass-produced functional food quality for me that I just don't like. It's like the grittiness or the hardness, or I don't know what it is, but I just don't like to chew on the stuff. I'm afraid I'm gonna pull a tooth out or something. And core balls just had the right texture and consistency for me. So in any case, let's roll the intro and let's talk about the macronutrients, the calories, the sources of protein, and what this can do for you. From the top, macronutrients here, it's not a huge meal, but it's probably a really good opportunity for like a post-workout on the way home snack, a snack on the road if you're traveling, or if you're just not able to get meals in, or if you even want to just add some calories between meals that are easy to eat and could fill you up and help you build a little bit. This could be a fun snack for bulkers in that case. You got 240 calories, which isn't a ton, but it will add up if you eat it consistently day in, day out. 10 grams of fat, which is coming from a bunch of different sources here. 25 grams of carbohydrates, including 10 grams of sugar, which are all added sugars, and 20 grams of protein from the primary protein source, which we're going to get into in a second. So this is a pretty balanced meal. It's kind of where I like my macronutrients. I'm not a low macronutrient person in any area. I like a balanced diet between fats, carbs, and proteins. For me, as an athlete, as a strength athlete, all three have an importance in my training, my lifestyle, my recovery. So I don't really bring down any. I'm not a big fan of like sugar alcohols. They kind of mess with my stomach a little bit. And anytime that I find that I replace a macronutrient with something else, it just doesn't sit with me the way that whole foods or foods that, have things the way that they came from nature in that. So a decent dose of fats here, a nice hefty dose of carbohydrates, and a decent amount of protein here are all going to be things I'm fans of. Core Pro is actually the primary protein source here. I'm sure there's like scraps of protein coming from other areas in here, a gram here, a gram there, but you've got a full dose of Core Pro fruity cereal. I have the fruity cereal ones here, so it's going to be that flavor. It will change for the different flavors of core balls that you get. So Core Pro has WPC 80, WPI 90, and milk protein isolate. Now what's cool about this is you can actually pull up the sources and yields of protein dosages for Core Pro, and you know that what you're getting in here. So for instance, got it right here. If you go over to the PricePlow blog, you can get it yourself too. You got 15.63 grams yielding 12.5 grams of complete protein from WPC 80. You got 6.94 grams yielding 6.25 grams of complete protein from WPI. And you have milk protein isolate at 6.94 grams yielding 6.25 grams of complete protein. So that yields 20 grams of total protein. Now, I'm a big fan of that. I also like that they added in here Digest, which will help with the digestion. Actually, I believe it's actually in the original Core Pro, so it's actually kind of cool. They're just taking the whole thing and putting it right into this ingredient here. Along that, we do have the different gum blends to make it thick and creamy and all that stuff that you like from the Core Pro. I don't know how that translates to the functional food here, but hey, it works out. After that, you got your allulose syrup, your cocoa butter, your honey, your whey protein crisps. Now, the allulose syrup and the cocoa butter and the honey are going to help hold this together. Obviously, you need stuff to hold these functional foods together. I'm not a master baker on this stuff. I did take quite a few credits on food science in college as a dietetics major, but all of that stuff has promptly left the back of my brain after moving into supplements and having to fill it with other knowledge that I use on a daily basis for PricePlow here. The whey protein crisps, I've actually never heard of this, but I'm assuming that's part of the crispiness that you get in here. There's a bit of a texture to it that's very enjoyable. Now, the last two ingredients here are going to be fruity cereal, which obviously is a generic name for some cereal that you probably already enjoy. I was never a big fruity cereal guy, so I've gotten these wrong on videos before, and I don't want to embarrass myself by guessing which cereal this is, but it's a nice experience. Point is, inclusions are tasty, they make the experience more fun, and they add to the carbohydrates. And who doesn't love carbohydrates in cereal? It's great for recovery, it's great for the taste and experience, just enjoy it. Last ingredient here is going to be rolled oats, which is going to help kind of just pull it all together again, add some carbohydrates, which are a little bit lower glycemic and more of a complex carbohydrate, as well as just offering a little bit more texture to it. So it's a pretty simple formula. They're really tasty. I'm a huge fan of these Core balls. In fact, I'm gonna open one up right now and throw one down the hatch. They're pretty decently sized. You could take a bite out of it, but I would recommend just putting the whole ball in your mouth. I'm gonna finish chewing before I start talking. These are bigger than the last time I had them, I think. So Core balls are launching on December 13th. I'm sure you'd be able to get them from a few different retailers by that point that we're affiliated with, but I would recommend you get them from Core. I'm assuming that'll be the fastest way. They probably have them first. You can use coupon code PricePlow for a discount there. If you have any other questions about Core ingredients or products or anything like that, you can go over to PricePlow.com/Core Nutritionals or watch any video on this channel about them. If you have any questions about Core balls, you can ask me below. I tried a bunch of different flavors in June. I could give you my thoughts on those if you have any questions, but the fruity cereal ones are delicious, they're enjoyable, and they're a way different experience from bars and drinks. So I tell you honestly, give them a try, check them out, see if maybe they might work for you. They might be a tasty treat that you might enjoy. As always, guys, I really appreciate you making this far in the video. We obviously have a lot of fun with these, but we hope that they're educational and they can help you make a better informed decision for your purchasing. So thank you guys so much for watching and have a great day.